Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow with $0 in your bank account. Now imagine you wake up the next day with $1 million instead. I mean, the sun still rises, your bed still feels the same, but everything else, the way you think, the way you move, even the way you breathe, changes. Because going from broke to millionaire doesn't just buy you stuff. It rewires your life like flipping a secret cheat code. This video won't be like the others because today, I'm about to break down 10 wild ways your daily life transforms when wealth enters the chat. And fair warning, once you hear number 10, I promise your entire outlook on money will change forever. By the end, you'll not only laugh, you'll never look at ramen noodles the same way again. Let's get into it. Fact number 1, morning routine. Alarm clock coffee versus personal chef smoothie. All right, first up, this one hits you in the face before your eyes even open. Because if you're like me, at $0, your morning is a battle. You slam the snooze button like you're in a boxing match, roll out of bed feeling like you lost, and scramble to get ready because time is already against you. Breakfast? If it even happens, it's a sad cup of coffee that tastes like cardboard mixed with regret. You might grab a stale bagel, or worse, skip eating altogether because the thought of spending $5 on a latte feels reckless. Your first hour of the day is pure stress, setting the tone for a day of playing catch-up. Now, enter the $1 million version. The alarm? You don't even have one. Your blinds rise automatically, letting in natural light while a calm playlist drifts in. Instead of rushing, you take your time. You stretch, maybe meditate, and your breakfast isn't a survival meal, it's fuel. A personal chef, or at least a stocked fridge with fresh ingredients, prepares you something that looks like it came off a wellness influencer's Instagram feed. A smoothie packed with antioxidants, a perfectly brewed espresso. Your morning feels like self-care, not self-punishment. So why does this even matter? Because how you start your day compounds. Wealthy people understand that energy is their biggest asset. They invest in mornings that give them mental clarity, not mental chaos. It's like upgrading from booting up an ancient Windows XP computer to instantly loading on the latest MacBook Pro. You start faster, stronger, better. Just remember this golden piece of advice. At $0, your day controls you. At $1 million, you control your day. But even if you win the morning, the next battle is how you get to where you're going. And trust me, fact number 2 will make you never want to ride the subway again. Fact number 2, commuting. Packed subway versus chauffeured electric SUV. Listen closely, because this will make your current commute feel like medieval torture. Literally, if you're at $0, your commute is a sardine can of elbows, loud phones, and weird smells. You're considering putting headphones in just to pretend you're not there. With wealth, nearby chauffeur parks an electric SUV. Quiet, sleek, no smelly humans. You recline into silent bliss with ambient lighting and maybe skim through morning headlines on a padded tablet stand. I had a friend from New York who literally used to squeeze into the 8 a.m. L train until he hit a 7-figure net worth. Now the private car is his morning ritual. Here's a crazy stat I looked up the other day. Commuting quietly with no body odor around you increases focus by 25%. Okay, maybe that stat's slightly made up, but the peace of mind is real. Just think of it this way. It's like switching from a crowded theme park ride where you're stuck next to screaming toddlers to a private gondola in Venice with champagne. At $0, you're just surviving the ride. At $1 million, you're the one calling the ride. All right, so your commute's upgraded, but how about what you eat during the ride? Fact number 3 is seriously appetizing. Fact number 3, snacks on the go. Instant noodles versus gourmet flying snacks. I know this one might sound confusing, but please let me explain. When your wallet whimpers at the sight of instant noodles, dinner is a sad styrofoam cup you microwave in a dorm room sink. The seasoning packet is gone before you even taste the sad mush. $1 million mornings? A little snack van rolls up. Polynesian poke bowls, wild berry yogurt bowls, flown in fresh sushi with edible gold flakes. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but they do exist. When I hit 6 figures, I would literally find myself showing up at Whole Foods pre-dinner just to feast on the good snacks. It felt decadent, but my broke self back in college would have judged it as too much money. It's almost like trading instant ramen from a gas station mini-mart for a Michelin star meal on a plate, tasting like ambition. At $0, the phrase ramen gourmet is just an oxymoron. At $1 million, it's your cheat day brag. Now, I need to stop and remind you guys that if you are truly set on changing your lifestyle to one of financial abundance, we've created an entire playlist to help you on your journey to financial freedom. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and consider becoming a member to get every single of our perks. But anyways, okay, you're humming with energy now, but how you spend that energy with friends changes too. Fact number 4 is about social life being entirely rebranded. Fact number 4, social life, penny pinching nights versus VIP access. Pay attention, because here's where your social calendar either cries or flexes. When you're at $0, hanging out with friends often comes with financial anxiety. You're the dude scanning the menu for the cheapest item, suggesting splitting an appetizer because your budget is screaming, or quietly skipping outings altogether to save cash. Nights out usually mean pre-drinks at home because bar prices feel like highway robbery, and you're hyper-aware of who ordered what when the bill comes. Fun? Sure. Stress-free? Not even close. At $1 million, your social life transforms from survival mode to choice mode. You're not worried about splitting a $50 check. You're choosing which rooftop dinner, private event, or last-minute getaway to say yes to. Instead of penny pinching, you're curating experiences. Suddenly, people invite you to the rooms where things happen. Exclusive dinners, charity galas, private parties, because wealth opens doors that money can't even fully explain. So why does this matter? It's because the quality of your social interactions skyrockets. You're not just meeting new people, you're meeting people who elevate you, challenge you, and open even more opportunities. It's like upgrading from watching the concert on a live stream to standing backstage, sipping champagne with the band. At $0, you're counting pennies with friends. At $1 million, you're counting memories money can't buy. But the biggest flex isn't the events you attend. It's how you take care of yourself when no one's watching. Fact number 5 shows how wealth literally adds years to your life. Fact number 5, health. Generic clinic versus concierge medicine. Brace yourself, because this is what keeps you alive, literally. At $0, getting sick means waiting hours at a walk-in clinic with outdated magazines and a bill that ruins your week. With $1 million, you text your concierge doctor. They show up, maybe even at your house, with solutions faster than you can Google home remedies. Your health isn't a gamble anymore. It's an investment. Did you know wealthy individuals live 10 to 15 years longer on average, largely because they can afford better care and less stress? And here's an easy analogy. It's like the difference between fixing a broken faucet with duct tape versus hiring a team that redesigns your entire plumbing system overnight. You need to understand this clearly. Broke healthcare is survival. Rich healthcare is prevention. Now that you're feeling great, what do you actually do with all that time? Fact number 6 is where weekends go from hustle to heaven. Fact number 6, free time. Working weekends versus living weekends. Now listen up, because here is the difference between time owning you or you owning time. When you're broke, weekends aren't really free at all. They're either for catching up on work, squeezing in side hustles, or running endless errands you didn't have time for during the week. Even when you get a moment to relax, the looming thought of Monday or the bills waiting for you kills the vibe. Weekends feel like borrowed time, not yours to enjoy. With $1 million, weekends flip completely. You're not scrambling to make ends meet. You're designing how you spend your time. Maybe it's a spontaneous road trip, brunch at that spot with a 3-month wait list, or simply doing nothing without guilt because your money works while you rest. Free time becomes true free time, space to think, create, and recharge. So why does this even matter? Because freedom over your schedule isn't just luxury, it's power. Wealth gives you back control of your time, and that's priceless. It's like upgrading from a tiny, crowded sandbox where you're stuck building the same little castle to owning the entire beach where you can build anything you want. Basically, here's what I'm trying to explain to you. At $0, weekends feel like a race to catch up. At $1 million, weekends feel like living life on your terms. And once you have control over your time, the way you take risks and win changes dramatically. That's exactly what fact number 7 is all about. Fact number 7, risk tolerance, fearful penny hoarding versus fearless investing. This one is all about how you handle risk. And spoiler, money flips your brain. At $0, risk feels like stepping into traffic blindfolded. Every dollar is precious, so investing, even in yourself, feels terrifying. With $1 million, risk turns into calculated fun. You experiment. You invest in stocks, startups, maybe even buy a weird art piece because you can. The stakes are higher, but so are the cushions. Once, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, a friend told me, when I was broke, I was scared to invest $100. At $1 million, I invested $100,000 into a startup without blinking. It's the difference between tightrope walking without a net versus doing it with a giant trampoline underneath. Here's a quote I absolutely love. Broke minds fear losing. Rich minds fear not growing. Speaking of minds, fact number 8 reveals the most invisible but most powerful shift of all. Fact number 8, mindset. Scarcity, anxiety versus abundance, confidence. It's time to get real for a second because this is the real cheat code, and it's all in your head. When you're living with $0, every decision feels heavy. You're counting dollars, worrying about the next bill, and stressing over even small purchases because one mistake could throw everything off. This constant scarcity mindset keeps you stuck in short-term thinking. You're just trying to make it to Friday. With $1 million, that mental weight disappears. You're not sweating over the price of a coffee. You're thinking in decades, not days. Suddenly, you're asking bigger questions. What can I build? Where can I invest? How can I grow this? This abundance confidence makes you see opportunities everywhere. And because you're not paralyzed by fear, you take action others wouldn't dare to. But why does this matter? Wealth doesn't just change your bank balance. It rewires your brain to think bigger, smarter, and with far less stress. It's like switching from playing a video game with only one life left to playing with unlimited lives. You stop playing scared and start playing bold. At $0, fear drives every decision. At $1 million, confidence drives every opportunity. And when your mindset shifts like this, something else shifts too: the people you surround yourself with. Fact number 9, this one changes everything about your relationships. Fact number 9, relationships. Cheap drinks versus billionaire networks. Have you ever truly sat down and thought about who exactly it is that you share your table with? When you're broke, your relationships often revolve around survival and shared struggles. You and your friends bond over $2 beers, complaining about work, and finding ways to stretch every dollar. The conversations are fun, but rarely open doors to life-changing opportunities. At $1 million, your social circle evolves. You're no longer just hanging out. You're connecting with people who think bigger, move faster, and build more. Conversations shift from how do we make it to payday to how do we scale this idea? You start meeting mentors, investors, and like-minded achievers who challenge you to level up even more. If you've been watching our recent videos, the saying is true: your network is your net worth. Wealth attracts people who can help you grow, not just survive. Think of it this way. It's like moving from playing in a local pickup game to training with the pros. Suddenly, you're learning moves you didn't even know existed. It goes like this. At $0, your circle keeps you comfortable. At $1 million, your circle makes you unstoppable. And once your relationships evolve, the final piece falls into place. Fact number 10 reveals how wealth allows you to create something far bigger than yourself. Fact number 10, legacy. Paycheck to paycheck versus generational impact. Now it all comes down to the end game. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, your focus is survival. You're working hard just to cover today's expenses, and there's rarely anything left to save or pass on. Your financial story ends the moment you do. No safety net for your kids, no impact that lasts beyond your lifetime. At $1 million, the game changes. You start thinking about the future, not just yours, but your family's and even generations you'll never meet. You build assets that grow on their own, set up trusts, fund scholarships, invest in causes you care about. Your money outlives you, creating ripples that continue long after you're gone. Why does this matter? Because legacy isn't just about wealth. It's about influence, security, and making sure your success builds a foundation for others to stand on. Think of it like carving your name into stone instead of writing it in sand. What you've built doesn't wash away. At $0, the story ends with you. At $1 million, the story you started keeps being written for generations. And that's the ultimate transformation. When your life's work doesn't just make you rich, it makes others rich in opportunity. Which brings us to the final takeaway. It's not just about the cash, it's the mindset, the habits, the way you use your 24 hours. You can start living smarter now. Build skills, build assets, and watch your world shift one step at a time. If you're done with $0 thinking and ready to rewrite your money story, smash that subscribe button and comment the words, "I'm building wealth," so I know who paid attention to these truth bombs. In fact, if you want to know 7 quiet income streams that only the top 1% actually know about, we've created a step-by-step video breaking it all down. Just click the video on the screen now, and we'll see you in the next one.